Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr in the next round with our incredible Crusader here, and we will just go ahead with our priority assignment on this side. I'm pumped. Let's see and take a look in the description, or in the briefing to be precise. The subject: deserters, hostage rescue, location Feral Beast Hideout. I have located the main compound of the Feral Beast. My sources indicate that the area is heavily guarded. I need to act accordingly. Objectives: there are 4 fortified areas occupied by the enemy forces. Your task is to capture all 4 by clearing them of all enemies. Capture all fortified zones.
The sweet stench of imminent death. The craving for bloodshed before the battle. I wish I could be there with my battle brothers. Take the enemy head on. Lay waste to their strongholds and show no mercy.
That I definitely will not do, and I have to say I really enjoy this mission type, because as you may know, I've played the alpha for quite a time, and there we haven't had too much of diversity in them missions, so it's always I'm always glad to play some sorts of different missions, and this one is a whole different mission with getting to certain points and just capture them. I absolutely like that. The little artillery strikes, and you know, it is just something new, and for me absolutely incredible. What I as a feature like actually as well is that these little spawn points here are spawning new enemies. Oh yes, in that case here, new enemies I think, and once you have cleared out all I don't know whether they spawn.
With all defenders slain, raise the Imperial banner high. Onwards.
I don't know whether they spawn enemy units. I don't want to say anything wrong there, but at least they are spawning reinforcements for us, and that is one of the... There are not many missions where reinforcements are being spawned, so that is pretty dope and makes the mission a little bit easier for us. Although, as you may have noticed, the campaign missions aren't the most difficult ones, but that is for me fair enough. So these guys are gone. I will just now go ahead together with the Imperial Guardsmen and clear out. Oh, with that guy I had some problems with my Psyker, but let's see how we are going to do with our Crusader here. I think we are going to fare a little bit better, but you never know, sometimes it is just crazy. But I'm under the opinion with our guardsmen in the back, which are quite a lot of them, we should take down his HP pretty damn quickly. That is at least what I'm hoping. Although what you can see is that he is really heavily armored, and it is pretty hard to get him down. And the guardsmen, as you see, are relentlessly firing at him. So that is quite insane. So good part now, his suppression rating is down. That of course helps us out, and he can't shoot for a while, for a few seconds, and that is pretty damn dope. And there you can see that took a while.
Another enemy position taken. Deny the spent flesh and aching wounds. Onward to victory.
Alright, one more target, one more area to capture, and we have 3 artillery strikes, and they do 400 damage. That is quite a lot of damage, which we will put to very good use. The last area I think is a little heavier defended, so let's see how we are faring and burning through the enemies. So, as I see, it is not the last zone, so that shouldn't be the heavily defended one. The last one looks a little bit like a fortress. So let's see what kind of enemies there are lurking in the end. What I sometimes do not understand, I pressed 5 for the artillery strikes 3 or 4 times, which is really weird that this is not very responsive. And what I've noticed that on certain maps like here, that makes me a little bit sad. That shouldn't be my hardware setup. That should be good enough for this game. I've been playing the off a little bit with my Psyker, and I was on a Arctic map with a lot of, not a lot of snow, but with a little bit of snow and the weather effects, and it was running at 25 FPS, and usually in this game I actually have 60, so that's a major difference. So that's always not something I do not like too much if the games are differing in the FPS. Not good, but anyhow, like the game. Anyhow. Alright, so here is the little fortress I've been talking about. And then let us just enter it. We have still 4 artillery strikes, which are actually too many. We are not going to be using all of them, but that's just it. Sometimes that is a thing I may have to change in my player style, that I'm many times are just saving the items up for later use and then realizing that I'm having too many of them and should have just used them and be a little bit wasteful, but anyhow, that's just the stupid little me. But I see the artillery strikes do not have too much of a cooldown. That brings us to the point where we can use them a little bit more excessively, which I will do. And here I'm not sure whether they're cooldown or not their cooldown, but the amount you have is actually not working correctly, because I can just call them in and they are coming. And here, there is what I meant with the performance issues. It seems a little laggy, which shouldn't be the point.
You serve the Emperor well, Inquisitor.
Sorry that it's lagging. I will try to change then some things up, although as I said before, it shouldn't be lagging. Alright, exiting the mission and taking a look what we have received. I think we received a, not a power-up, but a consumable. So let's see what that is. Immediate crafting. Completes all items in the crafting queue immediately. Alright, that's not too bad. And survival enhancement bestows 1 additional allowed death for the next 5 missions. That's not too bad as well. And the debriefing, mission successful. I managed to cripple a large part of the anti-imperial movement. The commander of the Feral Beast evaded capture and escaped with some of his armed forces. Operation successful. Colonel Anderson and the remnants of the Feral Beast fled to the abandoned Arctic base with the kidnapped tech priest. And that was the mission that is going to lag and lagged before. That I just wanted to tell you. New rank reached. Oh yeah. So let's then quickly go through our items. The purity seal is an upgrade, although we lose health regeneration. I don't care. That one is an upgrade. The inoculator here I'm not going to take. And the last pistol there, 19. That's actually pretty cool. Doing it that way. Digital weapons are a upgrade. The eye implant is an upgrade as well. And these guys I'm not going to use right now. For now, guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. And as usual, I really thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this episode, why don't you give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have anything to say, whether it's positive or negative, guys, leave me a comment. even criticism is much appreciated in order to improve my videos. For now, I hope I see you in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty. Bye.